So, you finally started playing Untitled Tag Game and you're in need of a guide. I'll make this simple and straight. Let's get to it. Okay, so I lied. This isn't some 3-minute video of me telling you the controls and movements just so you can get in there without any idea of how to use them. But, give me a few minutes and trust me, this is gonna be worth it. Most likely you've played the game blind, and now you're bombarded with so many pro players giving you advice, tips, tricks, and the recommended settings. And then when you try to use them in the game, you're still stuck trying to parkour around the map and you still have beginner level skill. It's okay, don't worry. I'll do my best to guide you throughout this unforgiving game, and hopefully you'll take this advice and climb to the top where me and other pro players are. Step 0 said overview, so let me summarize all the factors that are in this game that you need to know and master. Tag game modes. You got all that? Great, let's start. They say experience is the best teacher. It's definitely true in this game, but instead of telling you practice is perfect or never give up, here are a few games that I recommend that if you get good at, you'll already be a master in these qualities. Yeah, so the reason why I'm so fast in my reflexes is because I play like this. Okay, before I get copyright striked, I'll stop the music. Speaking of qualities, here's a few aspects of this game that promote growth and skill in Untitled Tag Game. Funky Friday is a rhythm game, meaning you have to focus on timing the notes correctly in order to get a good score. This means this game helps you improve in precision, focus, stamina, and mewing. When it comes to spatial awareness, it's especially helpful to master it before you start getting to the controls and creating hard routes. All those qualities that I just mentioned will vastly improve your focus to better manage your surroundings. Don't worry if you can't think fast enough, because I got the game just for you. Tetris! Tetris is a fast-paced game like Untitled Tag Game, but this one requires not only the focus from Funky Friday, but also making good split-second decisions from the top of your head. This means that this game will help you improve in critical thinking, decision-making, and efficiency in time constraints. Honorable mentions: FPS games, puzzle games, OSU, and reflex tests. When it comes to controls, there's like a lot of combinations that you could move around and change. Like, you see all these settings right here? There's a lot. You can switch them around to your own preference. Don't listen to those who force you to like one thing or another. Here are those that I recommend. You are not required to change this, but these are pretty helpful. You see that key on the keyboard that says V? Yeah, press it and you're gonna be in third person. You can even switch this around to see how much you can see behind you. Third person shoulder distance and third person distance. So now you see how much is behind you. You see those numbers that are under the crosshair in the middle of the screen. That's the milliseconds, and the smaller the number, the better. You can even see this by going to MISC, go to debug. You enable show movement values. This also works for vaulting too. Yeah, studs equals vaulting, MS equals rolling. Higher the number for studs, the better. The lower the number for rolling, the better, because for rolling, you can also go faster too because of the small number. The higher the number for studs, the higher your vault will go. There's even colors to indicate whether you done good or bad. This one's a bad roll, because it's gray right there, and 387 milliseconds, that's almost half a second. Here's a good one. Yeah, usually it's blue for me, but if you get roll expert, then it's going to be rainbow colored. That means less than 10 milliseconds. And that's pretty good. The speedometer right here, it shows how fast you are going when it comes to walk speed. You can see there's like a few flashes where it's higher or way higher than 32, which is how fast you can run. If it's higher than 32, then that means you're building up momentum by either vaulting or by rolling. It's pretty handy to keep on spamming rolls and vaults, because that's going to make you speed blitz the people that are normally running. Okay? That can also help you catch chasers who are just walking straight like this. That's not very helpful, okay? You spam vaults and you spam rolls. Full tilt. So normally you'd play the game like this with full tilt. Seems like a little bit dizzy. If it gives you motion sickness, then I recommend turning it off by either pressing X or by disabling in the settings. So just press X on your keyboard, and there we go. You just turned off your full tilt. For me personally, I've disabled full tilt. That way I can see what's going on around me when I'm rolling, and so that I don't get motion sickness either. The field of view. You can customize the field of view so that you can like see as much as you can. You can do camera shake intensity. You can also disable the death cam so that when you get oof, then you don't see just your ragdoll, but you're still seeing yourself. Disabling shadows. It looks pretty ugly, not going to lie, but when you're in dark spots like the inside of the mountain during Santa's stronghold, then that's going to be pretty useful. Me personally, I'd keep the shadows on, but whenever I'm in a dark place, then I just disable shadows. And then the damage vignette. That's pretty helpful to know, or you can just look at the health bar. If I want to know exactly when I get tagged, then I put on the damage vignette. First person transparency. This doesn't work with my skin because I have paralysis right here. To all those viewers who say that I'm hacking, skill issue gets better. Look, this paralysis skin is real, so I'm gonna put on the runner instead. Yeah, you see I'm wearing a different skin right now. Paralysis. First person transparency. When you put it all the way to 0, you can see yourself. You can move this around so that you can like make your character in first person disappear. You can even disable speed lines. I have disabled right now. This is what it looks like. You see all those like little white lines, and the faster you go, the more you can see. I don't like this one, so I just disable it. And then ragdolls, no, I don't disable that one. But if you disable ragdolls, that means you can't see the corpses of people that got tagged. And no tag back visuals. I highly recommend that you keep this on so that way you see like those little lines that are around you within 3 seconds of being tagged. That means that they cannot be tagged until the 3 seconds are up. Then you can tag them because there's no more visuals to see, right? Disable other tag effects. If you want higher performance, then you can just disable this one, but for me, I have a good computer, so I don't need to disable this one. Disable your tag effects. It's your choice. Same thing with the last one. Rule change visuals. This one, it's kind of important. Like if you play competitively, I recommend vignette only. But if you do like edits and stuff to completely see how you tag people, you should just do full. But for me, comp players like me, I do vignette only. Health visuals. You can either show your HP, or you can do default, or just turn it off so that way you don't know whether you're going to die or not. It's like disabling pain in real life. I recommend you put it on default. Hide your trail. This one. If you always show your trail, that means you can see the trail. And sometimes when you put on trails like Tron 2, and then when you start juking people, it's going to be pretty hard to see. So you know what I do? I recommend that you put this only on first person, you see? And then when you're on third person, like when you want to do edits, then you can put like the trails. It's also going to be a huge disadvantage for other people who can see your trail, but little do they know, you can even hide others' trails. That's why I enabled it right here. Okay, enable emote blur. This one's purely cosmetic, so I don't know what you want to do with this one. Hide ghosts. This is also cosmetic. Do whatever you want with that one. Leaderboard size. I don't know what to do with that one, but I just keep it at default. Hide player names. So like whenever you're playing around, you can hide the player names. I don't know what you do with that one, so just do whatever you like with it. Tag cooldown alert. Whether you want to know if you can tag again. Usually it's the visual. You see that circle that's around the crosshair of your screen in the middle? If it reaches the crosshair, then that means you can tag it again. But for me, I can't see it that much, so what I usually do, I put in the sound. Or you can also put the visual and sound. Highlights mode. Let's say you're a peasant right now and I have the crown. If you had it on full, you can see my entire highlight. Outlines only, you can only see the outlines. Fill only, without the outlines. And circles. There's a lot of competitive players that do circles, but I don't know why you want to do that, so just do whatever you like with this one. If you disable highlights mode, it means that you are extremely competitive. But I highly recommend that you put in full. Or, you know what, I don't recommend it, but do whatever you want with it. Disable rewards pop-up. This one, when you tag players, this one, if you disable it, you're not going to see how many coins or experience that you're going to get. And disable this rewards pop-up, I don't know what that one does. Disable coins pop-up, yeah. So all these things There's just cosmetic. Hide unknown items. You can do that one too. Right now it's already enabled, but if you can disable it, then you can see the things that you do not have right here. And then hide repeat achievement notifications. Oh, I haven't heard of this one before. I'll turn it off. And current role visuals, like right here. For me, I have the UR with description. Default, it just shows you the role, UR, it shows that one, and if you turn it off, then it's gonna show you nothing. Me personally, I'd choose UR with description. Audio, do whatever you want with it. I recommend turning down the music volume so that way you can hear your surroundings. Voice chat. I have never enabled voice chat before, so I guess do whatever you want with this one too. Keybinds, work in progress. I don't know what they put that there. Switch slide / run keys, temporary. I think they might remove this one soon. Invert up and down, I don't know what you want to do with this one, but for some of you people, I guess you can enable it. Running control, invert. So I just always have it enabled, but whenever you want to walk and you want to hold it, you're gonna have to hold shift to run. You can see right here in the keyboard. Toggling, you can only just tap it once, and boom, now you can run. Inverting automatically lets you run, and then you can just toggle it again so that we can walk. Miscellaneous, I think that's how you pronounce it. On-screen keyboard, you see this one right here, so that I can prove that I'm not a hacker because of some people. Speedometer, I put this at the bottom center. Hide times 2 coins, highlight. Let me show you what I mean by buying it twice. Hold on. So I bought all of these game passes during Legacy, and if you want to upgrade them, you can just buy it again. You get to see coins to walls, all of these upgrades, yeah. Debug, show values, show raycasts. I don't know what these do, but you can experiment with them if you want to join the game next time. Show movement values, I already explained that one. Fun, ragdoll stay forever. If you want to do that, then it's going to extremely lag your PC 1 hour into the game. More coming soon, work in progress. Okay, I guess that's it for the controls. Alright, see ya. This is your last step before you get in there and play some UTG. Remember that this game is packed with so much stuff, and this is merely a beginner level guide, so I'm sorry in advance if this still hasn't helped you in improving the game. But keep trying, you'll get there someday. If you want advanced stuff like routes, I cannot give you them in this video, but check out this video in the pinned comment and click on the timestamp for all the routes that it will provide you. Remember that list of factors in untitled tagging that I showed you for only a split second? Yeah, they're all in here, and allow me to give a good demonstration on them. Okay, first off, parkour. Let's start with some simple running. So you see how you only get 32 walk speed? That's simple running, and probably not ideal for a parkour game like this, so let's add some jumping and rolling. Alright, so you see how you get like a little speed boost when you roll? You even get a jump boost when you do it. This is pretty good for juking players while you're being chased or while you are chasing them, but we can do better than that, so let's go add some vaults. Sorry if me spamming the spacebar is too loud for you, but just lower down your volume. Vaulting will be one of the most important parts of Untitled Tag game, and that's a fact. It gets you basically anything that you need to win. Juking, parkour, movement, all that stuff. But there's still one more thing for this demonstration. This specific juke. And besides that, swinging. Why do people say that this map is trash? It's literally the best map because of the swinging mechanic, and I'll show you why. You can speed blitz anybody if you know how to properly build momentum with your swings. Combine that with your parkour, and you're untouchable. Just check out the speedometer at the bottom of my screen. It can reach speeds of over 70 walk speed. Just stop hating on this map. You already know that it's good. If you're still struggling to do these things, it's okay. Trial and error is key to succeeding in UTG. I almost forgot to recommend you this game back in step 1, so I'll show it to you right now. Yeah, so there's this game. It's called Parkour. I haven't played it in a long time, so I don't know how to do it. Basically, just go to the tutorial of this game. Yeah, it basically has all the stuff that's in UTG. It has a more expanded range of parkouring. If you master a few of these things, you will be really good at UTG parkour then. Once you complete the tutorial, and if you try to get like too addicted to this game, you can do things like this. Never mind. If you somehow master this game, you're going to be mastered in UTG. if you have a little bit of experience. It even has ziplines too, but you have to do it a different way. So this game's like really similar to the parkour of UTG. It's way more unforgiving because of parkour too. That's why it only has 70% of likes. But you'll learn to like this game just like you do with UTG. The last part to this is tagging, and allow me to show you it in action.
At songwriter.net, thank you.
Yeah, that's basically it. Let me know in the comments if there's any more tips and tricks to tell so I can add it in the pinned comment. I wish you best of luck in the Untitled tagging, and hopefully this will give you a head start.